Now to Facebook. Reports today that Facebook doubled its first half sales, bringing the revenue to $1.6 billion. This did not surprise industry insiders who say $500 million in net incomes in the first six months of the year is in line with most projections. For an inside look at how Facebook is becoming a billion-dollar ad machine, let's bring in an online ad industry expert. David Williams founded Blink Media in 2008, predicting that an advertising ecosystem would emerge on Facebook. Blink specializes in helping marketers and agencies run ad campaigns on Facebook, and Dave joins us now from New York. Dave, welcome to Bloomberg West. First of all, assuming Facebook did indeed double its revenue in the first half of this year, how did they do that?
Right, so that's a great question. I think everyone wants to get some insights into that, considering Facebook's still a privately held company. What we've seen is just significant increases in the user base over the last year and also usage of the platform. I think those are two of the things really driving it. And then also on top of that, we're also seeing increased adoption across various groups of advertisers. One is local advertisers really relying on the platform to reach and target consumers very specifically. We're also seeing kind of large brands adopting Facebook, initially having built out a lot of their brand pages on the platform. Now they're starting to migrate dollars away from traditional display from companies such as Yahoo, Microsoft, AOL, and really migrating those display dollars onto the Facebook platform. On top of that, we're seeing a lot of investment in gaming companies such as Zynga. We're also seeing Groupon type companies in the group buying space starting to spend significant dollars, and VCs putting a lot of money behind these companies. So very similar to the early days of the web, we're seeing that these dollars are coming in and being spent on Facebook to drive these sort of pure play business models. The last thing we're sort of seeing too is that Facebook's sort of evolving their advertising model, and outside of the traditional products have been doing a lot of innovation lately, which has actually been driving up pricing on the platform. We've actually seen their monetization of the platform increase by close to 60% for their traditional ad units, and up to 30% for ads that are being sold on a performance basis.
Dave?
Yep.
Dave, how actively is Facebook itself going after ad dollars?
Facebook's aggressively going after advertisers. I would say they've got a large direct sales force selling to large brands. They also have a group dedicated to the large agencies, and most recently we've seen them even targeting a lot of the smaller businesses with more direct sales efforts targeting those users.
And aren't they charging more as well?
The inventory is typically sold on an auction basis, so the auction is really driven by market dynamics. What we've seen is actually, as there are more and more companies that are actually in the auction competing for ads, that actually drives the cost of the ad units up. Especially as they innovate around the various ad units, the performance of the ad units has improved, which has improved their monetization as well.
Now, give us some examples of what some of your clients have learned about their target customers through their Facebook advertising campaigns.
Yes, well, I think that's one of the most valuable things we see for clients coming out of Facebook, is outside of just driving users to engage with brands, to like content, to install applications. We're really seeing kind of Facebook almost as like this real-time focus group, where we have all this first-party data of users, of things that they like, things they've expressed that they have interest in, and then being able to target users based on that. So that gives us a lot of feedback for the brands. We've identified things where there's certain brands out there where they might have targeted users that they thought they had a very specific interest. We've actually been able to broaden out targets to audiences that, for example, people that are patriotic may express a big interest in a brand, or people that are really interested in hip hop, for example, might be really interested in going to visit offline Buffalo Wild Wings food chains, things like that. So we're just like identifying new audiences that a lot of these brands hadn't identified previously, and not only helping them drive conversions and engagement with their pages, but also driving a lot of branding insights that can then carry over into other forms of digital advertising and even into their traditional television campaigns as well.
Dave, Google Plus has yet to add advertising. Do you think Google Plus could take a bite out of the Facebook advertising market?
Yeah, we're definitely looking very seriously at Google. They have, the way we like to position it is Google knows kind of what you want, but they don't really know who you are or who you're friends with. I'd say it's one of the biggest limitations for Google is that from a branding perspective, their ability to really understand who that user is at the end of the day. So their kind of foray into Google Plus and social network advertising, will really help them kind of evolve their advertising model to be much more brand oriented and to really start capturing more of those brand dollars versus their traditional performance dollars they've been collecting, which are primarily targeted based on user intent. So we really see that. Yeah, so we see that developing quite a bit, and so as we sort of develop the platform, that's definitely an audience we're looking at.
All right, David Williams, CEO of Blink Media, thanks so much for joining us here on Bloomberg West.